Oh yeah, it's time to check if our DPS is enough to actually scratch a Dragonpriest. So far I'd say no. Yeah. I'll come back here.
One eternity later.
Yeah, I'm getting bored now. That's enough of that. Yeah, that's enough of that one. I just really wanted to see if we could actually scratch one of them. And I'd say that the verdict for that is just no.
Be careful here.
We need a lot more damage output.
Aren't what they used to be.
Well, we don't necessarily need more damage output, but what we can do is slow time down, hint hint, and then we've effectively erased our DPS. And that's probably the way we'll go. But, no, that's really healthy. But first of all, I want to have another option. I really don't want to just try and do shout abuse. So I'm over here in Solstheim to start off the Azadel quest line. It's basically happens in a few stages, and there's about a week's worth of in-game time in between each stage, so I figured I might as well just drop over here, kick that off, let that start happening in the background, and then we should at some point be far enough through that to get Azadel's ring, and then we'll be able to use the Ignite spell. Do some damage over time. I'm just really curious to see if that's a method that's going to be able to actually break the Dragonpriests.
You haven't seen Kresh's crew.
It was basically the only spell that was really good in late game in vanilla, for example. Just because of how mana efficient it was and how much damage you could stack with it.
I'll tell you
So
don't look at me.
maybe it will bless us similarly here.
He noticed the shadow marks.
Yeah, this is Glover Mallory. He's well, he's not really a member of the Thieves Guild per se, but he gives you a little mission to go and find some armor for him. He is Delvin Mallory's brother. I'm just wanting to check out this little lighthouse that's over here. I actually don't remember that. I think that's from the Great Cities mod that I installed when I was updating the graphics. I'm pretty happy with the graphics update. There's some of the colours and things that I don't know, I wouldn't mind tweaking a little bit more, but I can just get really finicky about that. And I'll never get it to the point where I like it, so I'm still a lot happier with this than the vanilla look and feel anyway that we had before. Certainly less pop-in was nice. I'm glad I dialed that all the way up. So yeah, that's a good thing. So what is this? A magic pool. Can I just click on that and it refills my magic? Like, what does that do? Let's just experiment. Cool. Let's try.
Be careful. I do not enjoy being on fire.
Not really. I mean, yeah, I don't see anything there. That's kind of weird and disappointing. Oh well. Still, nice little building to have off in the distance anyway. A bit more scenery is always good. The cities in this were always very small. Not as immersive as they could have been. It's nice to have some of these mods that just flesh them out a little bit more. I mean, it'd be great if you could have, like, Witcher scale cities on this engine, but I don't really think that's possible. Okay. Do I get back on? Don't know why, but the hotkeys keep unequipping themselves, or unassigning themselves. It's kind of strange. Solstheim is a great place to come to make money if you can survive here. A lot of these quests give you quite a bit of septum. So, yeah, look at that big volcanic plume coming up over the horizon.
Ned, do you mean by the Earthstone? Well,
No, he doesn't
you know, I
have
can't
anything
remember.
interesting to say.
It's important, I think.
Yeah, that volcano is where Red Mountain is, or was, or still partially is. It had a massive volcanic eruption. Killed off most of Morrowind. At least the island of Vardenfell. And yeah, certainly damaged this part of Solstheim as well.
Let's do this.
Something cool that I was looking at today that somebody was pointing out to me is that the Open MW, or Open Morrowind, which incidentally, if you haven't heard of that, it's basically an open source project to rebuild Morrowind inside a more modern game engine. So that's actually playable now. I might even do a series on that where we just go through Morrowind in the Open MW engine.
Some of the red
And
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't
it's
care where they
really
go.
cool.
I was going-
But
know
yeah,
it isn't
no,
the
what
best
was I
place to
talking about
start.
there? Yeah, so there's a
Besides,
project called
we were searching for when they
Tamriel
explored
Rebuilt, I think it is,
The note
which
says it's
is
from
an
General
expansion
Paul
for
Carius.
Morrowind,
Well,
which you can also
Carius was
run
the
on
Imperial garrison.
OpenMW.
There's no way
And what
he
that
could still
does
be
is it
on
restores
General.
not just the island of
I need you to head
Vardenfell,
out
but the
for
actual
Fossil
mainland of
and check
Morrowind
it
as
out.
well. And
And
eventually that
later
will
on,
hopefully
further
link
and
up
further.
with their whole sort of complete Tamriel mod. And that would just be really cool. You could just get the whole of Tamriel in a single giant game world. And that'll sort of hopefully dovetail into things like the Beyond Skyrim projects. Even though the time periods are a little bit different, they can obviously share assets and all sorts of stuff, and I imagine a lot of the same mod authors would be
Sorry.
involved with both.
The name. I've got this whole thing. You come out.
Yeah, so
when
here we
I
are. Got to invest into this guy's little
Excavating isn't
venture.
It takes money to make. Well, we can sort.
I have
Do you
more
have
than
the
enough
gold?
gold. Yeah.
I'll have pleasure doing business with you.
Alright.
I'll see you soon.
And, oh! What is that? Was that an ash creeper? Ah, it was. Ash hopper, not a creeper. I'm not playing Minecraft. No creepers in Skyrim. Ah. Yeah, while we're here, we might as well go over and do that little quest that we picked up from the captain. Go and investigate why Ash Spawn are going and hitting up the town. Let's investigate this little house here. A couple of friends are gonna jump up and say hello. Oh, hello, friends. Yeah, I think doing ice damage with silver arrows is a pretty good choice for Solstheim for these guys. They hit really hard, incidentally, if you come here in Requiem. They are not a trivial enemy. You can actually get them as a conjuration spell, which is pretty cool. If I was playing a conjurer. In fact, I think there is a stave available with that spell. Or staff. Stave. I was in an argument with someone about that earlier. Staves versus staffs. I think it's staves is the plural. But then again, they were Americans, so they might say it differently over there. Let's shoot this guy in the head. He doesn't look like a good guy. Yeah, the enemies on Solstheim are all a little bit higher levels, so you're going to be cautious. Slice the pie. Yeah. Mystery to this house. Why is that guy still dying? Yeah, something happened to the owner of this house. Nom 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 nom. Ew. Ew. I think very bad things happened in this house. From the looks of it. Yeah. Noises from the deep. Let's just pop down here. Yeah. This is a little tiny Ruin. There's a letter. He never got to send. It's not entirely clear at first glance what killed him. Mysteries. Oh, look at that. If you're playing a heavy armored battle mage in Requiem, Dwemer armor is just awesome. A lot of it that you get from these Dwemer ruins have really nice enchantments on them like that. Come down here and really easily get a whole set of armor that's got like 50% in total spell school reduction. Well, maybe not. I guess you get 16 on the chest piece and 16 on the helmet. Then you can get a ring as well. Other things. Yeah, Dwemer armor is great. The lusty Argonian made stuff. Yeah, somebody was having a good time. And other people were having a less than good time. But onwards we go. Alright, now I don't want to go in through the front door of the fort. As I say, these enemies, these ash spawn, are surprisingly hard hitters. And they can be quite tanky as well. So I want to be able to sneak around, pick them off, get a good vantage point, snipe away at them, wear them down that way. I don't want to get involved in a straight brawl. And this, of course, was more or less a player. It wasn't really a player home per se. Well, it kind of was. It was like a special location that you built over the course of the Blood Moon expansion of Morrowind. It's a bit of nostalgia, honestly, coming back here. If I do a playthrough of Morrowind, we'd definitely be spending some time exactly here in this spot. It's kind of sad to see it all burned down and destroyed. Yeah, this boat's sunk. Sunken. That's alright. It all happened a long time ago. I do quite like this Northern Grasses mod. I think it's definitely helped to improve the ground a little bit. There we go. That guy's seen us. Oop. Fireballs don't worry me that much. Because of course I am running a lot of magic resistance on the whole. Oop, thank you. Yeah, let's just creep around the back. I'm pretty sure I can jump up one of the walls here. Yeah, I think that's the spot. No. Really? You know what I miss from Morrowind? The athletics skill. That was great. By the end of the game you could run around and jump up on roofs and things. Modifies your jump height. Skyrim just to be irritating and disappointing. Oh, really? Yeah, there we go. Skyrim just to be dumbed down and irritating. Got rid of that skill. I mean, it got rid of a lot of skills. Unarmed used to be its own skill meter. I was going to say skill tree, but it didn't really work quite that way back in Morrowind. Or Oblivion, for that matter. No, we don't. Nice. Okay. And Indigo didn't trigger anybody. Okay. Ooh. That's the general.
Fort Frostmoth will never fall. Long live the Empire!
There we go. That's more than I remember. This might have been a mistake. Yeah. Come on, Ghost. I still love this staff. Come on. I think I'm fine. Nope, you won't jump? Okay. Oh, I hate how you can't jump and sprint at the same time. Ah. Yeah, there's a mod naturally, that allows you to do that, and I completely forgot to install it. This is the problem. I wanted this to be a relatively vanilla playthrough of Requiem, but there's a bunch of different mods like that I normally have installed, and I just haven't. Oh no, we'll keep it vanilla. Oh, that's a good idea. Including for mechanics that should have been in the game in the first place. Yeah. Alright. I got everybody at least. In a wide open space where we can still kite a lot, I'm pretty confident. Now I'll be going up a little bit up close and personal. There it is. Okay, that didn't do a lot of damage. Oh, but that did.
Mr. Dragonfly says we are very scared.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I cannot get complacent about being hit. Yeah, come help us. There's a lot in here.
All hail the
I hate this guy's talking. I need to make a mod that just shuts him up.
Savior of the Dark Brotherhood. All hail the listener.
He just never shuts up. It's the same as it is with zombies. Every 30 seconds. The worst thing about playing a necromancer.
I grow restless, as does my blade.
Somebody is just around the corner. We will pop out and say hello. Maybe a quick sneak attack will...
My blade is yours.
Yeah, maybe a quick sneak attack will hurt them. Not quite. Don't even tickle. Really? Look how tacky he is. This really could have been a mistake. These narrow little corridors. There's nowhere to kite. No. Come on, where's the spot? I do so love having the skeleton key. There's some goodies in here. If I wanted to make a ton of elsewhere fondue, all the ingredients are in this room. Bunch of moon sugar, bunch of cheese,
And his work.
whatever the other ingredient was. Mead, I think it was. Yeah. Or ale. There we go. I'm going to leave it. I don't want to get over encumbered. Can always come back for it. later.
Lead, and I will follow. Child. Darkness.
Okay, now I don't really want to go down there if I don't have to. Although I need the key. Okay. I thought there was a master lock as well. Don't worry. That's okay. Now we have got another friend down the bottom here.
In life, I was but a speaker for the Black Hand.
Where are ya?
But you have been named.
Oh,
Listener.
he sees us.
There is no higher honor.
Look at that, he just one hit. I'm gonna have to get Ingo some better armor, I think. He just gets one hit all the time. Now that we're starting to get into some higher level enemies.
I remember Skyrim from my
Or I could also just try and remember to actually put his healing aura on him. Ildari. We're going to see more of her later, assuming we come back to Solstheim for other things. Which we may do in my quest for more OP abilities and powers and things.
Random stranger to murder. Practice does make perfect.
It would be good to try and go through the black books. They give some level independent powers that might increase our ability to actually get through content. Including possibly another way to beat Dragonpriests. Isn't that what it's all about? It's basically a once a day power you can get. Gives you free spellcast for 30 seconds. So we could just try and scam our way out to a high level restoration spell and then just spam that. Hope that we can nuke them in that
There is
30
murder
seconds.
in the air.
There he is. Yeah, let's put a poison on him. Even though he is kind of an undead, he's not. Basically, he's been resurrected using a Heartstone, which is a fragment of the power of the Heart of Lorcan, which you also might remember from Morrowind. And so he is not an undead in the sense that he is a soulless husk of himself. It is actually him properly resurrected, although kind of mentally unbalanced from the whole process, I'm guessing. So, yeah, let's just do that and get a bit of damage on him. Get that nice Felmer poison. And, yeah. Let's just kite. He has a weapon with a unique enchantment on it that we want. It is a disenchantable enchantment, or the Chaos enchantment. Ooh. Yeah, the Chaos enchantment's really nice. It does all forms of elemental damage, but it only has a percentage chance of proccing. So it's like 50% per element, but you've got all three elements, and they can all simultaneously proc as well. It ends up being in vanilla one of the ways to get your highest DPS. So, I think from memory in Foza's patch, it's actually been nerfed a little bit, which I don't like. I like Foza's patch on the whole. There's a lot of good things about it, but it nerfs a couple of things like that that I don't think should have been nerfed. I mean, it's a unique enchant that you have to go through a whole lot of stuff to get. Even if it was still the same magnitude as vanilla spells, which was what it was originally, I think that just makes it a cool thing to have. There's no need to deliberately nerf something for the sake of it. But it might not be Foza's that I'm thinking of, in which case, sorry Foza for saying that. Foza's Dragonborn patch is great though. I mean, it's sort of the official, unofficial Requiem patch. Yeah, I think the general's dead now, so that's cool. Let's just kite these guys. Leave me alone. Oh, good. Good. Nice. Okay, that's great. Get some food. You know what? Look at that. Yeah. Let's give this to Inigo. He'll enjoy that. I'll get him a two-handed weapon. Oh, look at that. Oh, hello, pet niche. Oh, that's cute. Just dropping off the quest now. Ah, yes, Teldrin Zero. One of the best followers in the vanilla game. Arguably the best follower in the vanilla game. Inigo, you have competition.
What news do you bring from Fort Frostmoth? I had my suspicions that he was undead. It's a shame.
Alright, look how much money he gives me for this.
Told me better than a soldier's pay.
3,000 septims. Decent. Very decent.
Thank you for your assistance.
So, yeah, I wonder if I can sneak and get into this. Maybe? Too cheeky? Oh no, too cheeky. He's not going to look away. That's alright. Okay guys, see you next time.